guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of Colourpop makeup. I recently did a Colourpop haul. Well, I say recently, I actually purchased it back in December, but it arrived with me in January, and then I did a whole video on it. I'll link up that video up in the eye so you can see what Colourpop goodies I recently picked up. Before I go into anything else, if the lighting in this video is a little bit off, a little bit whack, have I got like a red mark here? I have. I love that for me. If the lighting's a bit crazy, my overhead light, like my main light to any room, you know, the main source of light, the light bulb went last night, so I am solely relying on my studio lights and some lovely lit candles and fairy lights to keep the ambiance up here. So yes, I'm waiting for my Philips smart light bulb. I just bought a Philips Hue light bulb, the ones that can change colours, because I thought would be really cool, but I'm waiting for that to come from Amazon. So there might be a few videos where I don't have an overhead light, so if the lighting's a bit weird, I'm really sorry, but hopefully these are doing all the work for me. And you never know, it might actually look better with this. It might look less yellowy, because that light was particularly yellowy, which is why I changed it. Anyway, you don't care. Like I said, I recently did a Colourpop haul video and I showed you all the things that I purchased. So I thought I'd do a full face of Colourpop to try these things out, and also to just grab the old, not the old, but the Colourpop makeup that I've had for a while that I haven't played around with in a while either. So yeah, I thought without further ado, let's just like get in and play around with some new makeup to me, try some stuff on my face, and be happy. So let's zoom you right in. Hello. So starting off with the old primer. I believe Colourpop has two primers. They have this Pretty Fresh one and the All-Star primer. I'm not sure if they've actually got the All-Star primer anymore, but they did last time I looked on their website a couple of weeks back. So I'm just gonna give this a good shake because I haven't been using this in a while. So this is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid primer. This is essentially just a moisturising primer to hydrate the face, all that good stuff, and it comes out like this orange milky texture. This is really hydrating. It does smell a little bit like, it's like on the edge, I feel, but then maybe that's just the scent of it. I don't know, I can't really remember what it smelled like to begin with, to be fair, because I haven't played around with it in a while. I feel like Colourpop do really good releases. Like, they know how to make products. I'm not even asking them to like stop making so much, because I realise that's how they make their money, is by producing so much, knowing that at least one person will buy something. Like, if one product's not for you, you can guarantee that next week they'll have a product that is for you, and that's how they make their money, is that they're marketing to everyone at all times. They're not just waiting for, you know, the peaks and troughs of their crowds to come in. They are marketing to everyone all the time, and that's how they make their money. I mean, fair, but it's not personally my favourite thing to see makeup just constant. I wish they would do 1 week of releases, 1 week restocking, 1 week of releases, 1 week restocking. That's how I wish. Or just at least 1 week of the month, 1 week of the month where they don't release anything new and they just solely focus on restocks. That would be amazing, because there's a couple of products I want to play around with today that have been out of stock forever, and it's starting to grind my gears. Okay, so for foundation, they have like 4 foundations, I think. They have the No Filter foundation, which I absolutely hate. It's terrible for my dry skin. That went a long time ago. We gave that to friends with oilier skin and they're living their best life. I also have then the Pretty Fresh tinted, I'm like pointing like you can see it, but the Pretty Fresh tinted moisturiser situation, which is like a really nice CC cream. They also came out with the No Filter sticks, the foundation sticks, these ones here. I have quite a few of these, and when I say quite a few, I think I have about 10 of these, all in different colours. We won't talk about it. And then I have the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. This is newer to my collection. This is like the newest of their foundation line. I have 2 of these. One in 25 warm, and I think one's in 45 warm or 45 neutral, something like that. So I thought I'd mix these 2 foundations together today, because this is kind of like medium coverage, I'd say, like light to medium, and then this is like medium to full. So I thought we could like do a hybrid of these foundations today. So I'm taking Fair 30C in the foundation stick, draw a couple of stripes on my face. I really do like this foundation. Like, this whole stick foundation, I'd probably say is possibly top 3 foundation sticks. There's a lot of foundation sticks out there that I find very drying, or they're so slimy that they're disgusting. This one's like got the right consistency. I feel like if you over apply it, then it can look a bit cakey, but it's very quick. It's great if you're traveling a lot because it's not a liquid, it's not going to smash everywhere, it's just very convenient. I really like this foundation. And the reason I have 10 different shades of it is because I feel like they're so like minimal in changes that I just didn't know what to get each time, so I just ordered different colours each time. And yeah, basically all of them match me in varying times of the year, so 30 Cool is what we're going to go with today, just because I feel like it matches me pretty well even though I don't have a cool undertone. Whatever. And I'm gonna mix the Pretty Fresh foundation on top, and I'm gonna do that with a sponge. I've never mixed these two foundations before, so I have no idea what the outcome is gonna be like, but we're gonna find out. And to do that, I've got 2 of their Pretty Fresh blending sponges. Now, if you watched my video, if you watched my Colourpop haul, you'll know that I bought the Pretty Fresh blending sponge and the Pretty Fresh precision blending sponge. One is more expensive than the other, like by $4, which is about £2 roughly here in the UK, roughly £2. So there's like a $4 difference, and I couldn't tell you the bloody difference between these two. They look identical. Upon further inspection, the only thing I can tell you that is possibly different is that the precision blending sponge is latex free, whereas the blending sponge I don't think it is. It might be, I don't know, but that's the only difference because they both have the exact same description on the back, apart from this one says latex free and the other one doesn't. Apart from that, hun, they're the same. So unless you've got like latex allergy, then I don't know, it just kind of annoyed me. So I'm going to use one of their sponges. It just looks like this, kind of like the Real Techniques shape with the flat circle, the kind of pointed tip, the nice rounded bottom and side. It's a really nice shade. This is probably my favourite type of shape for a blender because I really like to have that flat side and then be able to pinch it and get underneath my eyes. I really like these. I'm gonna go wet this and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and my sponge is wet. I think I'm gonna take just a couple of pumps on the back of my hand with this foundation, maybe just 2 pumps, and we'll see how we go. And let's just go for it. Oh, and this was in the shade 25 Fair, 25 Warm, by the way. I've only ever tried this foundation, this Pretty Fresh foundation, once, so did I just kick the camera? Sorry if I did. I'm intrigued to how this performs like with another foundation on top of like their own products, because I haven't used it in that way yet. I feel like my lips look really red. It's not because I've got a lip product on, it's because I've got lip balm on, but they are so aggressively sore right now. So if my lips look really dry and really red, they're going through it. I'm creasing like a biatch, but we're going to go straight into concealer. They sell 2 concealers. They sell the Pretty Fresh concealer and the No Filter concealer. The No Filter concealer did bad things to my face. It broke up so bad. I know that a lot of people have real high success with the No Filter concealer. I was not one of those people whatsoever, 1 iota. But the Pretty Fresh concealer is the Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer, this one right here. I seem to have pretty good luck with this, don't get me wrong. It's probably not like my favourite concealer by any means. I feel like it doesn't cover that much, and I definitely don't gravitate towards this over others. This isn't offensive. If someone told me to apply this as my daily concealer, I'd be like, oh, okay, like, there's better ones out there for the money, but this isn't horrific. This is also in the shade Light 45 Warm, which actually I think is darker than my skin. But oh well. To be fair, because it is sheer, even though this is a darker colour than the foundation, or is it the same? It's kind of, yeah, it's like 1 shade darker. Although it's kind of darker than the rest of my face, because it's so sheer, it just blends out, not to nothing, but it just blends out very easily. There's no harsh lines with this concealer, so that's what I mean though. It's not like the worst, you won't be disappointed in it. If you're after a full coverage concealer, it's just not the one. It's a very lightweight. Okay, just whilst I'm pouncing this under, I'm going to talk about powder. Now I have 2 powders. I have the loose powder, the, what's this called? No Filter setting powder. This is quite heavy for my skin and I used to use it under my eyes. It's not the one for me. But then they've also got the No Filter sheer pressed powder. I feel like this is probably better for my under eyes, but it's still not the one, if you know what I'm trying to say. But it's better than the loose one, which I'll probably just use in the rest of my face. But this is in the shade Light. I think they came out with these like 2018, 2019. It was either late 2018 or really early 2019. They're not like bad, but they're not the best, in my personal opinion. And I'm going to use this around the schnoz. So now we've done that, I'm going to go into the No Filter setting powder, and this is in the shade Translucent. I feel like we're looking really cute so far. Like my face does look a tiny bit powdery, that's because I have shoved a ton of powder all over my face, but to be honest with you, my skin is the sort of skin that warms into some powders. Like I can really, like, it melts into the face. Some powders do sit on the face, but to kind of secure it all in, I'm going to go in with the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. So let's go in with the Pretty Fresh one. It's like this milky consistency and it's orange, my favourite colour. I forgot how beautiful that spray was. Can we just appreciate how fine that mist is? Yes, mama. Yes, queen. Get it. I'm just gonna fan myself down. I actually only have one bronzing powder from Colourpop and I don't particularly like it, so I'm gonna go very light-handed with this. This is the Afternoon Delight bronzer. It's very dark. This is like a summertime bronzer for me. So I'm gonna take a very light brush and let's just see what it's like on the back of my hand. Okay. Well, we'll try it. This might end up just being a bit of a blushier look today, but I don't know if Colourpop have got new bronzers or anything like that, but if they have, they've obviously released so much that I haven't seen them. They release a lot of like blushier products and highlights, but I haven't seen them release a bronzer in a while, or like a contour product. They used to have those contour sticks, remember? In the white packaging. They looked a little bit like the lippie sticks, but they were like face sticks. I don't have those anymore. I'm just applying a really light hand. Like this brush is so loosely packed, like you can see how loose this is. And usually I would use something a bit denser with my bronzer brush, something like this. But because this is pretty dark, it's okay. Like it's building the desired effect. I'm just having to be very cautious with it. On the forehead, it's looking a little bit patchy queen. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't think their bronzers are like that great. A blush that I bought in the haul was this blush right here. I have quite a few Colourpop blushes. I probably have about 8 or 10, something like that, maybe about 8. Maybe I've got 10 now, I'm not sure. But I haven't got any of these blushes. Like I bought the blushes in these compacts before and I've got 2 loose ones, the ones that Kathleen Knights did with like her whole like So Retrograde and things like that. But I haven't got any blushes in this packaging. This is the shade Foxy and was from the Poppy collection. Came in this packaging, this one right here, and this one is like just a really nice orangey apricot blush, so I'm very excited. I'm also going to use the same brush I think that I was using the bronzer for. God, it's very powdery. Oh mama. Let's just start light. I do really love an orange blush, so that's why I picked up this one to try. Just because I know I'd use it. It's probably like the most sort of, it's probably the colour I'd use the most. I think I prefer if they did like paper packaging, to be honest. Like some of their highlighters from the Villains collection, they were paper packaging, and I think I prefer that a bit more with these sorts of blushes. It's just a bit unnecessary to have this much plastic, in my personal opinion. Okay, let's do these brows before I cry in the corner. Look at these. I'm going to use my favourite Colourpop brow pencil that has been out of stock, Colourpop. It's been out of stock for like 6 months, okay? And if it has come back in stock, it's been sold out. This is what I'm saying. Colourpop need to do 1 week a month where they just go, restock week. Like, I don't know, the end of each month, a restock week. Just do it, Colourpop, because I'm telling you, people want the products. People don't want brand new all the time and not be able to go back and purchase things that are their favourites. This has been a stan for years, this Colourpop brow pencil, and I think this is my last one. If they don't restock it, I feel like I'm going to put my foot down and be like, fine, you don't want my custom, I'll find another one. Play the violins because I'm upset about it. Anyway, I'm going to go off camera and fill in my brows just with this little, have I even said what this is? Colourpop Precision Brow Pencil in Dope Taupe. My fave. I'm going to go fill them in and I will be right back just because. Do you really want to see me fill in my brows? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I'm back. I bloody love this brow product. The reason I love it so much is because the tip is fine. It's creamy enough to blend out with the spoolie. I'm going to use the Colourpop Brow Boss Gel in light brown. I thought I had this in clear. So maybe in my old collecciones, I do actually have a clear brow gel, but I just really cannot be bothered to go find it. and to start it when I already have one on the go. So I'm going to use this brow gel. I've already got too much in the front of my brow. God damn it, you can see it right there. Love that for me. I do like this brow gel. I actually don't like the tinted one as much as I like the clear one, which actually, hang on, makes me think I have got that open somewhere because I've used the clear one. At least the colour's not too warm. That's one thing I've got to say. This is light brown, like I said, and it's not ridiculously warm. I feel like my brows are one of those things for me that the more I stare at them, the more I'm like, these are weird. What's going on? These brows are really close to one another, or these are really far apart. So I've got to kind of not overthink it. Okay, going into highlighter. Again, using this formula that I told you was my absolute favourite from Colourpop, and actually probably one of my top 3 formulas of highlights of all time. It's the Super Shock Cheek in the shade Seismic. I actually swatched this in comparison with... Why can I not remember things? As soon as I see this name, I'm going to be annoyed with myself. Flexitarian. I'm annoyed with myself. Flexitarian. Flexitarian is one of my favourite highlighters that has been blessed on this planet. Like, Colourpop knew what they were doing. They were like, Megan, this is for you. Come pick it up now. We have an order for you. And I'm like, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here for Flexitarian. And this was very similar to me. In my mind, I was like, this reminds me of Flexitarian. I wonder if they've just repackaged the same thing and called it something different. I have swatched them both side by side. The one difference between these highlighters, and it is just literally one difference, is this has got tiny, tiny, tiny pink glitters in. You wouldn't be able to see it on the face too much, and I think, to be honest with you, highlighter to highlighter on both sides, they probably look identical, but I still do prefer Flexitarian. It just looks smoother, whereas this one doesn't look as smooth because it's got those pink shifting glitters in. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Maybe you'll be able to see it to my finger. Can you see those pink glitters? I'm not sure that you can, but it's really, really pretty. I like that. In the mirror that I'm looking at, when I do turn my head and the light directly hits the highlight, you can see the glitters. I wonder if I can just pick them up with the sponge. They're not bothering me, to be honest. They're not bothering me that much, and because it's obviously a very significant highlight, I feel like if you're happy to have this sort of highlight on your face, you're probably not going to be bothered by tiny, tiny, tiny micro pink glitters. But this is really nice. I feel like it's really glowy and beautiful. It looks beautiful. Let's go to the eyes. I have got the At First Sight. I always want to say it like an Irish accent, like at first sight. I don't know why. But I've got the Raw Beauty Christie and Colourpop collab At First Sight. I feel like this reminds me of Winnie the Pooh. Every time I look at it, I feel like the illustrations, my camera's gonna focus today, I feel like the illustrations just look very, I don't know, very boho, very vintage. I really, really like the packaging. I like it a lot. I also like the whole concept. So getting into this palette, I have absolutely no idea what I want to do. I don't know. You know that your girl wants to use the greens, but I feel like all I ever do is greens. I think I want to do like an orangey red, kind of like matching my top. I don't know, like an orange with the gold, like these 6 here. Can you even see? I'm just like looking in my mirror. I'm not really showing you anything. I'm going to use these 6 here, I think. Avoid these lustrous shades that I want to put all over my face so badly. I'm going to start off with this one right here, Chanterelle, this beautiful orange. And I'm going to apply this to the inner part of my crease. And then I think I'm going to take the shade, oh, what do I want to take? I feel like I want to take this one right here and do like a real, oh, you can't even see it. This one right here, like a really contrasting one. It's called Amanita. I have no idea, but it's like a beautiful purple. Ooh, you can't see anything, but I want to say ooh. And I'm going to apply this to the outer corner. I'm going to go into Old Growth. This one right here is like a dusty pink. And I'm just going to put this just above the purple just so it blends out really nicely. And then just going back into Chanterelle and just kind of re-intensifying that yellow and kind of just blending, it was actually an orangey yellow, but just blending that into the purples It's actually making a really beautiful orangey shade in between. I don't know if you can see that. I think I want to take Rainier, I think it's Rainier, this really like burnt terracotta orangey brown, and put this in the inner corner. I feel like I want to do like a little halo eye situation. And then just going back into Chanterelle and just going over the top of this to kind of blend that out. I really like how this is looking. It's like a little sunset eye moment. I like it. With a little flat brush, I'm going to use the shade West Coast. This beautiful, vibrant gold, like marigold yellow gold. And I'm going to put this in the centre. And this is using it dry, by the way. I've been using all of these shadows dry, and they're really, really nice. I'm just taking it into the crease a little bit, just because I like it to, can you see where it's shining? It's like the continuation whenever I move my eyes about, like that spotlight is continuing and not just staying put. And then I'm just going to literally go back in with the shades Rainier on the inner corners, and then I'm going to go back into Amanita. I'm going to go back into Amanita on the outer corners, and then I'm going to take a fluffier brush and go across the whole thing with Chanterelle, just kind of mesh all of this together. So that's what I'm going to do. And then on my lower lash line, I'm thinking just to use the purple shade. I'm going to use this Amanita shade and really tightly pack it. Okay, sorry, I had to go help my boyfriend cook dinner and I cut my finger. Look, it's bleeding. It's so sad. It's not sad. But if you're wondering why I've now got a plaster on my finger, it's because I sliced my finger open trying to cut an onion. Whoops. I have just put a little bit of Old Growth just to kind of smoke out that what are these? Amanita. I keep forgetting the names of these shades. Amanita. Just trying to smoke out that Amanita shade. I also forgot, when I came back to my desk, I forgot I had Woodsy, the liner Woodsy. So I'm going to just take this on my lower lash line, I think. This is actually a really, really pretty brown liner, and actually does go more than I thought it would with the look. I'm going to just take it on my tight line as well. And because I've got brown eyes, this will just make the lash line look really full. I really, really like the Colourpop cream gel liners. I think they're really, really nice. And I think like this year, obviously I am on a no buy, low buy, but I kind of want to purchase more once I get through a lot of my makeup. I feel like these cream gel liners are one of my favourites, and because they're windy uppy, they don't sharpen weird. They're really, really nice, and I really, really like how they perform on the eyes. I'm just gonna smudge this about to make sure there's no harsh lines. Ooh, obviously I didn't have a brow bone highlight or anything of that nature, so I'm just going to take the highlighter we were using, and again with a Colourpop brush, this is the E21. I'm just going to take a little bit on the brow bone. I'm going to apply some mascara. I do actually have a Colourpop mascara, but it's brown, it's kind of going a little bit funky funk, and the only other fresh one I have is blue. Cobalt blue, and I'm gonna go with this look today. So I'm gonna pass on the Colourpop mascara, but I'm gonna apply some mascara off screen because you don't want to watch that. And I'm also gonna apply the Colourpop falsies in Minx. I feel like these will go really, really nicely. Okay, I put those lashes on. They are a tiny bit too long for my eyelashes. You can probably see them like coming over in the inner corner here. I will probably just cut them next time I use them, but they're really, really nice. Like, they're really fluttery. You can kind of see them there. Can you see that? I'm not sure. But they're really, really nice, really fluttery. I just would snip them a tiny bit to make them a tiny, tiny bit shorter, but really, really pretty. For lips, I have 3 from the Poppy collection. I have Fab, Unreal, and Good Times. Those are the 3 shades there. So from lightest, the lightest one is Fab, then it's Unreal, and then it's Good Times. I think what I might do is mix these two, do Fab and Unreal. So do Fab in the centre and Unreal on the outside. We'll see how that goes. Oh wait. I forgot. I have like loads of lippie pencils. Oh my god, I nearly forgot all these. I feel like looking at it, the one that's going to go the best is this one here. I just feel like it's the same tone. This one is Minute Man. gloss here, which is, I mean, it's quite old. It's the Ultra Glossy Lip in Dust to Dust, and it's this orange shade. I feel like it's going to really pair well with the eyes and kind of make this a little bit more brighter. So I'm going to just shove it in the centre to make my lips look a bit juicier. And then I'm just going to give myself a final spritz of the spray. Okay, and that is the final look. I'll just give you this look up close before I zoom out, but I really, really like the eyes. Really just like the whole look. I think it's really pretty. And there we have it. That is my full face of Colourpop makeup. I actually really, really like everything on my face. I think the only thing I will say is the foundation now, like when I look at it up close, like when you look at it from afar, it looks really flawless and seamless. When you get up a bit close, just like around my smile lines, it's just like building up and looking a tiny, tiny bit cakey. It's fine on the cheeks. It's just like in my smile lines and just here on my chin, tiny bit in between my brows, but to be honest with you, nothing that's like too horrendous. I have decided that the highlighter, I do prefer Flexitarian, because actually once it all melts into your skin, it is just a tiny bit too glittery for my liking. Well, that doesn't mean that I don't like it. I still think this is a really beautiful highlighter, and I think you would enjoy it. It's just, beware, it's got that micro glitter in, and once it all settles into your face, I just feel like it looks a tiny bit too glittery for my personal preference. I can't actually think of anything that I didn't like today. Like, I literally loved everything. Like, literally everything. I love Colourpop, I love the brand. I really, really, really liked the Raw Beauty Chrissy at Forest Sight palette. This has got beautiful pigmentation, and if you haven't picked up already and you think that this colour story will like tickle your pickle, then I think this is one to go for. I cannot wait to get into these greens and blues. Like, can't wait, can't wait. If you'd like to see that, then just tell me, or I just do it in my own spare time, like when I want to apply makeup. But this is a really, really, really pretty palette. Love the highlight, love the lippie pencils, I think they're really pretty. And the lippie sticks, I mean, I love those. The blush I think is okay, to be honest with you. If I could have my time again, probably wouldn't repurchase this. Like, I wouldn't purchase it if I knew what it was like. It's pretty, I think it's lovely on the cheeks. It's just nothing that stands out from my collection already. Not worth an order just for this. The foundations I really like this. I think this in combination with other products is really nice. The primer is just a really good hydrating primer. The concealer, I mean, it's not a new product. Yeah, it's a nice concealer. Nothing, again, to write home about. It's just one of those products that's really great to just throw in the basket if you're trying to get over a certain spend limit. I really like that. I haven't seen a lot of powder products in terms of bronzer and powders and things like that from Colourpop for a while. I'd like to see some more complexion products from them. I think they do a lot of colour cosmetics. I think I would like to see them focus and knuckle down into like a new range of bronzers or a new range of face powders, something like that. I think I'd really like to see that, and not just sort of slapdash. I'd really like to see them at their best, because you see a lot of the highlighters and a lot of the blushes, and I think that's lovely. It's really nice, but I want a bronzer. I want some different things. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please do not forget to smash that thumbs up button. Lets me know that you've enjoyed it, and it just, you know, lets me know that you've received the video well. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell, because then you'll be notified of all the videos I upload every single week, and you wouldn't want to miss out on more content from me. No, you would not. No, you would not. Thank you guys for watching. I really, really do appreciate you. Talk to me down below about all things Colourpop. Just talk to me down below, it's my favourite part. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!